Okay, so that's it. Welcome everybody to the official presentation of Team Energy for the amazing opportunity that's going to bring value to your life. The rate of inflation today all over the world is going off the roof. If you live in Africa, especially West Africa, the rate of inflation in some of the countries there is double digit. And there is no hope of bringing it down to single digits anytime soon. What this means is that your money is losing value every single day. Listen, I mean, I don't even have to say this to you more than it's clear. When you step into the market, things increase in price every single day, every single 24 hours. Every 2 days you step into the market, the price of the same thing you bought yesterday has increased. That means the purchasing power of your assets, which is your fiat currency, is losing value. It's a case of emergency. It's an emergency on your personal finances. It's an emergency on your family finances. I need you to understand that you cannot afford to be comfortable with what is happening. So the question is simple. How can you protect yourself, your family, and everyone you care about from this global, downturn in inflation? The answer will be shown you right here during this presentation. But I want to assure you that this is really a global problem, because if you look at the US dollar on your screen from 1913 straight to 2013, you can see that in reality, the US dollars has been going downhill. It has been going downhill again and again and again. And what is causing this downhill movement? Geopolitical tension is one of the key factors. All right, so look at what happens when there's the World War I. World War I happened around here, and the tension in the world created a loss in value of fiat currency. This is the dollar, all right? The powerful dollar that everybody wants to have. That is what happened to it with the first geopolitical tension that happened in recent last 100 something years. Now, look at what happened during World War II. The dollar again slipped, all right, massively during World War II. And since then, the Cold War and the removal of gold backing the dollar by President Nixon, these decisions were bad for the dollar, and the dollar kept sliding down. What this slide means in a nutshell is, if you had $1 million in 1913 as a family, you kept it in your bank, you just felt it was safe in the bank. By 2013, right now, that $1 million you had is equivalent of about $60,000. That is how bad inflation can be. That is how bad it can be. I am telling you today, even if you feel you have 100 million, of your fiat currency, your local currency in your bank, I tell you that within a few years, you might just realize that 100 million is just as good as 20 or 30 million. That is the reality of today. And you all can bear witness to this. So how can you protect yourself? How can you save yourself and your family from this embarrassment that's been brought upon us by fiat currency and the mismanagement and all the tension in the world? And right now there's a lot of tension in the world. Israel, Palestine, US, China, US, Russia, Ukraine. There's a lot of tension. So a lot of currencies are going to be losing value. And guess what? The powerful currencies will want to intimidate the weak currencies to become useless so that they can maintain their power over them. That is the reality of global economics, but most people don't understand what's happening. Your currency will lose value super fast if you don't take action. I need you to wake up tonight. For being here alone, shake yourself out of your mental comfort zone and realize that your economic life is at stake. The solution, the powerful solution, lies in the internet of value. That is the blockchain. As you have the internet of information where you have Google, YouTube, and all that, you also have the internet of value. In that internet, is all about valuable items. Valuable items like non-fungible tokens, valuable items like coins, like other tokens, parcels of land, the metaverse. All of these things are valuable items and they're actually money. So the blockchain is defined as the internet of money. Listen, ladies and gentlemen. The internet of money is your gateway to counter inflation in your life. It is the gateway. Nobody can stop you from benefiting and positioning yourself right here so that while your fiat currency is going down, your blockchain asset is rising up. All right. So we're going to show you how you can do that efficiently without experiencing any single form of loss. All right. Of course, the blockchain is defined as a distributed ledger governed by peer-to-peer network. That's another powerful definition of the blockchain. And that means if you have the banks, your bank's debit and credit, your general ledger of your bank, you bring it out to the internet, you imagine having all that information with the names of the account holders hidden. All of that information is on the internet. That is what it means to have a blockchain. Having all of their debit credits, you see the accounts that have the highest money, the billionaire accounts, you're going to know how rich the bank is. And that's the power of the blockchain, the transparency that it brings. Now, I want to say this here because most persons here have lost money in the past and they felt they were doing blockchain. All right. Many persons here felt they were doing blockchain. So they sent their money to some platforms. You know, it was exciting to understand that there's a USDT wallet and you can send money from here to any platform. And the platform can be paying you some percentages every single day. I remember the first of such platform I did just a few years ago. I remember the first of such platforms and I was like, wow, can somebody be making 3% every day? It was like I have discovered a gold mine. All right. And the platform was saying, oh, we have been operating for 2 to 3 years. But that was a lie. Before you know it, within 2 months, the platform shut down and ran away with money. Now, if you're here and you've had that experience, don't worry. That is the experience most of us think that will come to blockchain, but that's not blockchain. That is a Ponzi scheme. All right. The Ponzi scheme is a scheme that just takes money from people, pay other people, and keep managing the cycle of the money until they hit their target and they shut down. Do you know why these platforms do these things? Because it is the internet of money. Because it's the internet of money, there are many criminals that come, position themselves, they say, welcome to the blockchain, let's trade for you. But they are just scams. They are just scams. If you have lost money, just type L in the box, in the chat. If you have ever lost money, just type L in the chat box because I have lost. And I have lost. And I'm typing the L in the chat box just to let you know that just as you know, you have lost, I have lost also. So most of us in this meeting room have also lost. If you pay attention to the chat box, you see a lot of persons typing L, L, and L. Back then we were ignorant. We felt, oh, this is the blockchain. We are mining, using our wallets to generate income, and we felt that we have found the secret to like they were just scamming us. All right. So that internet of money allows a lot of people to fall victim to these scams, but do not despair. Do not despair because it is actually the internet of money. There is money on this internet that will shock you, but you must know how to avoid some mines, some explosives, bombs laid on the floor here and there by some of these criminals. All right. So the blockchain is a trust machine because it's transparent. Everything that is done there cannot be denied. All right. It is a very clear system where there is no repudiation. So if I am Mr. Timothy, for example, have a deal and we do it on the blockchain, he cannot deny that we did it. All right, he cannot deny that we did it. That is non-repudiation, and it's a powerful system. There is a consensus algorithm on each blockchain. a consensus algorithm, a way of electing leadership. You see, let me tell you something. The consensus election method is so transparent that nobody can rig it. That is the power of the blockchain. In fact, if a nation decides to implement blockchain for elections, it is going to be extremely transparent and impossible to rig. So most that's why you see nobody wants to try the blockchain for electoral processes, because it is that powerful and transparent. So the question now is, how can you position yourself to benefit? Now you can see money has evolved, and today we are at the cryptocurrency level. But do you know that only 4% of the world is here? The remaining 96% is still caught up with this electronic money with cards. A lot of the money is here, but only 4% of the world is here right now. If you are in this meeting, you are blessed and privileged to be among the few who are learning about blockchains and cryptocurrencies. All right? So welcome to the future. This technology we're about to get into, which is the RoyalQ technology, my job is simple. I want to show you how you can make legit money without even talking to anybody. I want to show you how you can make enough money every month to make sure you protect yourself against inflation. And that is what we're here to talk about. We're not here to talk about where you give your money to somebody to trade for you. No. We're telling you how you can hold your money in your pockets and be increasing it in the safest way that you cannot lose. Trust me, having lost online, I can tell you, we can guide you on how you can avoid loss. Loss is painful, and especially if you're from Africa, West Africa especially, there are some countries where $1 is over 1,400 of that local currency. So if you lose $1,000, that's a lot of money. We don't want anybody to lose that amount of money again, and that's why we are introducing you all with all seriousness, with all humility, to the RoyalQ technology. It's all about robotics and artificial intelligence. Listen, the world is heading towards AI. You all know it already because you already know about ChatGPT. But beyond ChatGPT, there are so many other. Listen, if I can record your voice, all right? I can record your voice, and in an instant, that voice will be speaking Spanish, French, Portuguese. The same thing you said will be played back to you with your own voice, speaking different languages. That is the power of artificial intelligence and robotics. That's the future. All right? Or if you open gamma.app, with gamma.app, if you go to gamma.app, you can create a PowerPoint presentation, a PDF slide about any topic of your choice just by typing the topic and agreeing on the headings. Instantly, the technology will go to the entire internet, gather every information about that topic, and give you a presentation for you to agree or edit. That is the power of artificial intelligence. I'm just telling you that what used to be impossible 10 years ago is very easy and possible now. You cannot keep thinking with the archaic mentality you used to hold a decade ago. Otherwise, life will pass you by and you will look back and be shocked at how much you've lost because of ignorance. You need to forget about your past losses and open your heart to technology that is changing the world. All right? We have robots that can drive themselves, cars that can drive themselves, delivery robots that can, drive itself. A lot of things are happening right now. And one of the questions you're going to ask as I go through this presentation, like many people will say, I don't have money now. I'm not bothered if you have money now or not. Information is power. You cannot continue to say you don't have money. First of all, understand what we're talking about and the ramifications. Money will come, and when money comes, you will know what to do with it. How long do you want to keep saying, I don't have money, I don't have money? All right. So please don't bother about money. Don't think about money. Don't think about capital right now. Focus on the message being presented so that you don't lose the information. Of course, most of us know the robotic butler during the pandemic and how it was used to protect people by serving others. Most of us also know the power of the robotic police police officer. You know, this robotic police officer can break through walls. It can pull out dead bodies from where there's a shootout. It can even talk to people who are almost committing suicide. All of this is possible with technology. Advanced countries are using robotics and artificial intelligence to secure their environment. Do not allow yourself to be limited by what you're experiencing in your local community and your local country. Robotics has taken over the world, and it will trickle down and secure every location for those who choose to embrace it. And we're not saying that there will no more be crime. There will always be crime. Things are going to get tougher. But people who decide to be ahead of the game will always be ahead of the game. The question is, are you willing to be ahead of the game of your generation? RoyalQ is a technology that can help you get on the blockchain, real blockchain, all right, and trade for you and make money for you while your money is in your pocket. Your money will not leave your pocket. So nobody can scam you. I repeat myself, your money will remain in your pocket and your money will be growing by percentages every day, by percentages every month, and you'll be in so much money that you'll be countering the inflation. That is the power of RoyalQ. It is an automated technology, an artificial intelligence technology that will be trading for you automatically 24/7, 7 days a week. This technology is for people who have good money. But we discovered, let me tell you a secret. This technology is for people who can afford thousands of dollars. But you know what? We found a way to make sure that even those with $50 can make money from this technology. So pay close attention because we are excited to get you to really appreciate the power of what we have here tonight. This slide is a very important slide. The concept behind it is so important that I decided to, just create this kind of little, picture diagram here. Now, this is your pocket. This is your exchange account. This is your bank account where you have your capital. That is your pocket, okay? This is your bank. You do your KYC here. You do your registration. You have your email authentication. You're going to have your Google Authenticator set up if you wish. You can even have biometric setup here. I mean, this is a very secure environment, all right? Very, very secure and very, 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 very powerful. Now, this is where your capital will be. Your capital will not live here. It is your own. It is an independent exchange. This is not RoyalQ. So this can be Binance, for example. This can be Bybit, Kraken. All right. Now, you have the RoyalQ servers on the other hand. RoyalQ servers have IP addresses. So with the IP addresses, we do what we call API binding and connect, the bot to your Binance. Your capital never goes here, ladies and gentlemen. I repeat, your capital never goes here to RoyalQ. So how do you set it up? You need your phone, and from your phone, you download your RoyalQ, you download your Binance exchange or whatever exchange is preferred by you among the list of exchanges. And you just make the connections, do the API binding, and that's it. This phone is a television screen. The trading doesn't happen on your phone, all right? The trading happens between RoyalQ servers and Binance. So the trading happens right inside your Binance account. But the API binding, the robot is able to manipulate it. That's the power of technology, ladies and gentlemen, and that is what is changing the world. So what you need to know is if you're out of network, nothing to worry about, because instantly the trade keep going on, all right? While you're out of network, anytime you come back into network, you just get to catch up on the history of all the trades. It's really a beautiful thing. You get to see the history of all the trades that have happened, and you're good to go. So if you work deep offshore and maybe you can't really see your phone for a while, don't worry. After the 2 weeks, if you come back online, yeah, you're going to be good to go. All right. And if you can even connect deep offshore, that's also great. And you always be in the game. If, for example, you're on the road, you're traveling, and for some hours you're away from the network, nothing to worry about. Even if you throw away your phone into the river, anytime you get a new phone, download your apps and log in, you're going to see all your trades intact. All right. So please remember this: capital is independent of RoyalQ. Your capital is independent of RoyalQ. RoyalQ cannot scam you because your capital does not stay here. Your capital remains here. This is very important. Many platforms, let me tell you this, many platforms will come to you and tell you, oh, we have a very sharp technology with this, come and trade with us, send your money to us. The moment they say send your money from here to here, just know that you are exposed, all right? I mean, it's your personal decision of what you want to do. All right, some people still want to give those kind of things a shot, but you need to know that you're exposed. So don't blame yourself or feel angry at any loss, because you have been told that with RoyalQ, your money is safe. So if you give your money to anybody else, that's a deliberate decision, and you bear the brunt of it. It's your call. All right, so that's very important. This slide is so important. Your phone is television screen. API binding secures your trading and your account. You have nothing to worry about. Now, what do you get from this technology? What do you stand to gain? One, write this down. Every month, you will make 8% to 50% every month. No bank can give you that. 8% to 50% every month. No bank can give you that. Next thing, whether the market is going up or down, you always be in business. All right? Like the market has been sideways. Most people don't know the market has been sideways. And our team has been generating a lot of signals. And they don't know that this is a sideways market, but still signals are being given. Even when the market is dipping, we're still able to eke out signals. And for those who are doing autopilot trading, oh my God, when the market is dipping, that's when you are in the big money. All right. And then the third thing you can always count on is the fact that your account is secure as you choose to trade. This is how the market looks like. And most people don't ever have never seen these charts before. Most people have the idea of this kind of charts. All right. A few people have never seen this kind of charts before. But what you need to know is the market moves up and down. That's bottom line, what you need to understand. This is real trading with your money in your exchange account. So the market will move down, then it will move up. But what I found out is that when the market is moving down, a lot of people are panicking. They're panicking and worrying, oh, it's going down, it's going down, it's going against me. What's happening? But they don't know that after it goes down, it's going to come up. It goes down, then it comes up. It goes down, then it goes up. It goes down, it goes up. The up-down movement is part of trading. So we want people, this slide was put in here just to help people understand that market goes up and down. So don't worry yourself, all right? And when it's going down, our technology takes money from your USDT wallet and buys more of your assets, buying it cheaper and bringing down the average price. So when you find out that your USDT is going down, it's because it's going to take it to buy the assets. All right. So this is very important for you to know. Trading is a skill set and it's a lifestyle. How do you trade? What are your trading options? Please pay attention to this slide, even if you feel you've joined this presentation several times. Pay close attention to this slide. The first way is the hands-free method, which you need about $3,000 minimum to start with. All right. With $3,000, there are autopilot settings. You can do Acro, you can do Arbitrum, you can do IDEX, you can do CFX. There are a couple of these assets that are good to go when it comes to autopilot trading. Now, remember this, for autopilot trading, as the market is going deeper and deeper against you, it is taking your USDT to buy the coin. It's taking more of your USDT to buy the coin. So there's no cause for alarm. Allow it to use your money fully. Then when the market is facing up, it begins to vomit all the profits that it's taking. That's the beautiful thing about hands-free method. You don't need to think. You don't need to look at the charts. You don't need to bother yourself. Just, I mean, go about your day and let it be trading for you. Now, here's what you need to know. There are times the market is, you know, sideways. When the market is sideways, it might look as if you're not making much money. So look at the Bitcoin price movement. You know, you will realize that it's been sideways. When the market is sideways, you might be making, 5%, 6% a month. When the market moves, like in August, when the market moved like crazy, people made 60 to 80% in that single month. Every year, you will have a couple of months where you can make that kind of 50 to 60%, every year. All right. But most of the months, you're going to be making 8% to 20%, every month on autopilot. Now we have the hands-on method. Now the hands-on method simply means, hey, we give you signals, you take it, or you do your own market analysis and trade with the bot. Why trade with the bot after do your market analysis? Because the market will always go against you. This bot has technology to bring down the average price while you are sleeping. Because what the market will usually move when you are sleeping. So this bot has technology to position you for, dollar cost averaging and, bringing down the average price while you sleep. By the time you wake up, the trade has sold, and you say, "Oh wow, awesome!" That's how it is. So remember, there's a hands-free method that requires $3,000, to start up. Then we have the hands-on method, which is either our signals we deliver to you every day to make money, or we teach you how to trade. You do your market analysis. Most people don't have the tenacity to learn to trade. They don't want to take signals. All right. Some people have a tenacity to master how to trade. Every week or once in 2 weeks, we hold these training sessions where we teach our team members how to trade. Now, you can start, we'll put $350 here, but honestly, with the signals, you can even start with $100 or $50. If that's all you have, you can still get started, but you're not going to make much money with that. Of course, capital is king. The more money you have, the more gains you make. The third way of trading is what we call bull run tactics. All right, bull run tactics. Most people don't know that RoyalQ can be used for the bull run. So people say, some people say, how can I know the coins to hold for the bull run? How can I hold them? RoyalQ is a technology to hold your coins for the bull run. So all you need to do is identify the coins you want to hold for the bull run. Now you tell yourself that I will set 100% take profits. Once it hits 100% take profits, it will collect that profits. So for example, if you put $300 in an asset and set it take profit to 100%, when that thing has given you 100%, that means another $300, it will sell off and you will see $600 in your exchange account. That is a holding tactics. Now, most times, if you keep holding on and on and on and on and on and on, you will realize that it has hit 100% and dropped back to 50. So if you use RoyalQ as your bull run trading tactics, once it hits that 100% and it drops to 50, you buy again. All right. If you buy again and it drops to 40, you buy again. So you can use dollar cost averaging with the bull run. And if it's an asset, that will do 200%, you can decide to set, 150, take that and time your position again to enter again and take another 150. All right, there's a lot you can do with this RoyalQ technology. Most people have no idea. It is a technology for the bull run. It is a technology for making money every single day, in and out. It's a technology for autopilot income. I'm telling you, this can wedge you. Imagine making 10% every month. That's 120% in a year without compounding. I've not added compounding. Minimum. I'm not talking about when you can make 50% or 60%. I'm just saying if you make 10% every month, if that's all you make every month on the average, that is 120% in a year safely. No bank can give you that. And you have countered inflation. As far as that capital you put in is concerned, you have countered inflation. The question is, how serious are you to counter this inflation that's in that's ravaging society. We have technology that works. The only thing you need is the tenacity to just say, hey, I want to do this and I want to master this bot. I want to just take it look like I want to go for a driving school. Let me take a week or two and trade and test this thing and master the functionality. Let me tell you, once you master the functionality, you'll be making money for the rest of your life. We have people on this team who are making 40% every month, hands down. Trading with the methods we've shared, their lives are changing. They're super excited. And I can't wait for you to be one of them. Now, please remember this, our trades, some, the hands-on trades, the signal trades, market movement is always different. Sometimes your trade will finish in 15 minutes and deliver profit. Sometimes it take 24 hours, sometimes more than 24 hours, could take 48 hours, sometimes it take a week. All right, what you need to know is just be patient, allow the market to do its thing. Your money is working for you and it will deliver results always. So this is a system where you don't have to panic, you don't have to worry, you are relaxed and sure that your results will be delivered. It's very simple. If you can use WhatsApp, you can do this. If you can use your phone to send a text message, you can use this bot. It is simple. It is simple. As long as your hands and fingers are working, you're good to go. Honestly, it is simple, fast, and secure. So what does it cost to get started? This powerful technology that can protect you against inflation will cost you just $120. That's all it will cost you to get started. 120 for 1 year's license. 1 year's license. It's that affordable. All right. And you just need fuel fee of $20. Now, a lot of people say, oh, what is fuel fee? Why do I need fuel fee in addition to the annual subscription fee? Now, fuel fee simply means this. Every time the bot makes profit for you, the bot will take 20% as like, okay, service charge. All right. So this bot, if it makes $10 for you, it's going to take $2. And what that simply means is the more profits you make, you'll be seeing more, fuel fee deductions. Just like fuel is needed for your car to operate, you need to have fuel fee in your bot. Your bot has an internal USDT wallet. That's where you're going to put the fuel fee. All right. So minimum of $20, just put it there so that as the bot is trading successfully for you, it's going to be deducting from inside itself. Remember, the bot cannot take that gas fee from inside your exchange. It doesn't have access to withdraw from your exchange. So you can only do that from inside the bot itself. All right. So that's it. So if you make $100 profit, the bot would have, taken $20. Okay. So if your $20 is exhausted, just know that you've made $100 profits. And that's huge. Okay. So that's the beautiful thing about it. This bot exists on Play Store and Google Play Store and Apple Store. All right. It's a very simple to use system. I mean, it's extremely simple to use. This is an example of a guy who traded with $3,000. You can see how much he made every single day. $73, $67, $44. Some days he made $2.9. All right. Yeah, this was before he started anyway. And you can see there were some other days when he made $200. Some other days where he made over $200, of course, some days just $11. So the market is real. This is real trading and not manipulation. And, that month was super crazy. And, in 1 week, 15% was made. It was really shocking. That was a super month of August, all right? And you can see the account. Look at the money, daily money, $501, $124. This is when the account increased to $6,000. And I'm telling you, if you have capital, this system can be a money-making machine for you once you master how to use it. When you get started with the autopilot settings, you might be, trying to understand how it works. If you put your mind to it, you will be able to make this to become a money-making machine for you. All right. So this is an example of $100 trading. Look at this account. He has already made over 10% in just 3 days. This is real. People make this money, right? People make this money. People are making 40% every month on our team. They're just trading with the skills we've shared with them. This is super powerful. All right. And
I just started this business on the 14th of last month, and with $100 capital, and so far so good. This is my report. I've been trading on 1.2% profit, 1.2% take profit, because I don't want to waste too much time in the market. But as you can see, I'm making progress.
so these are live results of people trading. All right. These are live results. You on this team, you'll never say, oh, I can't see any proof of the trades. Oh, I want to see results of your trading. There are results everywhere. Everybody is making so much money, they don't even have time to post the results. We tell them, post the results so that people can see and be convinced that this is real. Another question people ask most times is, how much can you make monthly? Listen, remember the slide I showed you earlier said, 10 to 50% every single month. So if you made 10% every single month, you would have made 120% in a year. Now I can assure you that you can make 200% in a year. So within 6-7 months, you could have made back your capital. That is the power of this system. If you can learn to master it. But let me ask you this. Even if it takes you 10 months to get 100% of your capital, isn't that worth it? Which bank can give you that? Most platforms that will tell you that they can give you that will run away with your money. RoyalQ can deliver that to you with your money remaining in your pocket. So don't worry, even if you hear you don't have the money now, go look for the money. It is a lack of resourcefulness that keeps people in the same position. For example, people will do anything to celebrate their birthdays, but to get money to do a real opportunity that will change their lives, they might tell you stories. People will raise money for burial celebrations and make sure the burial celebrations is big and the talk of the town, but they will tell you they don't have money for opportunity. It is not a lack of money. Sometimes it's a lack of resourcefulness. So get resourceful. Look for ways. I was speaking to a member of my team, and she said they had to sell one of their cars to start the RoyalQ opportunity and change their story. That is resourcefulness. You need to find a way to get started, because you can't continue to say the same stories. I don't have money. I don't have money for the next 10 years. You can't keep repeating that. You must decide that I'm going to start now, and I'm going to change my story, and I'm going to keep making capital gain month after month, and I'm going to change my story and, rewrite, the battle against inflation. I'm going to counter it. So please, results are abundant on this team. Look at another result. This person has been trading and decided to show recording of his results. We have many of these results. If you're in any of our groups, we post these results. People are making money. RoyalQ is working. It's working. We've mastered it. We know how to use it. We know how to use it if you have high capital, huge capital. We also know how to use it if you have small capital. So you are welcome, whatever level of capital that you have. Some people say, oh, I don't have the time. Okay, you don't have the time. Busy. All right? Busy is a deception. You will spend a lot of time. I'm just giving you an advice. If you are somebody that says, oh, I don't have the time. If you don't find the time now, before you know it, your retirement will be facing you, and you will have all the time, but you don't know what to do with your time. You're going to be so confused because you never spent time. Now, if you work on your job from morning to evening, I am challenging you to find time to work on learning a simple skill that's going to change your life. All right. So just remember this. If you're trading and your trade goes against you 10 to 25% dip, that's normal. All right. You can't lose. So you just relax. Any dip that is 25% dip, that's perfect. All right. You don't have to worry yourself. You don't have to panic. It's very normal. And I need people to understand this because most people don't understand this. Many trades that are 25% dip can face and go straight to profits within 48 hours. All right. That is some that are just minus 10% can hit profit within a few hours once the market decides to pump and face up. Okay. Now, this is our wealth creation machine. This is a template that tells you how you can become a millionaire in dollars, $1.5 million in less than a decade. It's possible. And this is a template. Would you like to become a millionaire in dollars, $1.5 million in your assets within the space of trading with RoyalQ for less than a decade? This is a template. If you start trading with us with $3,000, and you keep making 100% every year, you're going to make a lot of profits, withdraw the profits, but make sure you keep doubling your capital every year. As you double your capital every year, you will see that before you hit 8 years of trading with us, you would have made $1.5 million. And I did not add compounding, because if you add compounding, you will be able to achieve this in 6 years or less. All right. So it's just a question of you deciding that, hey, I need to focus. It's a lack of focus that is the cause of the problem. A lot of people jump here, experiment, jump there. They're looking for the quick fix. They're looking for the fastest route. Most times, the fastest route is the deadliest route, and you will likely lose your capital. But if you trade with us, this is spot trading. This is not leverage trading. It's not futures. It's not Forex. It's pure spot trading. And let me give you an advice here. As somebody who has traded Forex, and I tell people, I've traded Forex and I've converted $700 to almost $4,000 in 30 days. Well, here's what you need to know. That is a leverage market. And every money you have made can be taken from you in a minute when the market goes against you and you have not set your stop loss. You need to be very careful. Forex is not a bad thing to do, but please don't put your retirement capital in Forex. You will experience pain, and I don't want that for you. But you can put your retirement capital in RoyalQ and trade with rest of mind as you keep doubling your capital year on year, countering inflation until you are a dollar millionaire. If you become a dollar millionaire, what are you going to do with $1 million as your capital? Remember, you'll be doubling this every year. So imagine earning $1 million every year. What are you going to do with $1 million capital gain every year? What kind of, I had a colleague who I was talking about, he keeps having a haircut in a very cheap salon. He said, I can't pay 3,000 naira for a haircut. I see, when you are making $1 million, you are not going to be looking for where you barb your hair for 200 naira. You're going to be looking for luxury lifestyle. Premium or nothing. All right. This is what they call Agbabolas level. So when you are making $1 million every single year, what kind of spas are you going to go into? What kind of steaming experience? What kind of sauna experience are you going to be involved in? You're going to sell out, you're going to change your home. What kind of home would you want to live in? All right. What kind of trips would you want to go for? What is your bucket list that you're going to tick off? And when you're flying, will you be flying economy when you're making when you have $1.5 million coming every single year to you? Would you be flying economy, or would you want to try first class from time to time and just enjoy the experience of living? You can achieve this if you can focus and trade with RoyalQ and avoid giving up. Listen, the challenge is the lack of focus. Because if you make $1, you can make $1 million. That's a video I played at the beginning of this session. And remember, I played a video of a man who was interviewing some boys, and he asked the guy, "What car do you drive?" And the guy said a Lambo or a Ferrari. And he said, No, I don't mean the car you want to drive in future, the car you drive now. The guy said, yes, I drive either a Lambo or a Ferrari. And the guy got up and said, that he's the wrong person to be interviewing these guys. He's not a mentor, that he drives the Kia. No, he can't be talking to these guys. There are people making the money that you want to achieve. I encourage you to step into this amazing opportunity and become a part of this life-changing journey. There's a concept called Bitcoin halving. I wouldn't want to spend too much time, discussing this right now. But the Bitcoin halving is going to happen by sometime in April this year. Now, towards the end of April, when Bitcoin halving happens, the amount of Bitcoin that is being generated for miners is halved. Once the amount of Bitcoin generated for miners is reduced, Bitcoin in circulation will be reduced. That means people will be rushing for more for the few Bitcoins available, and the price is going to skyrocket. Now, the last Bitcoin halving that happened, it made it 6.2 BTC for miners for every mining activity. But right now it's about 3.12. That's the expected halving that's going to happen sometime after April this year. Now, when the halving happens from 6.25 BTC and it's now 3.12 BTC that is being generated, less BTC will be available. And that is what's going to trigger what we call the bull run. The bull run. See, this is the halving event. After the halving event comes the bull run. Why does the bull run happen? It's because the amount of Bitcoin is reducing and people are coming, they want to buy Bitcoin, but the miners don't have as much Bitcoin as they used to have. So the price of Bitcoin will increase. That's simple economics. Now, in the bull run, don't think that there is no dip. There will be dip. There will be dip. That's why we said, when you use RoyalQ for a bull run strategy, you take your 100%, you take your 200%, you just go wait for the dip to come. When it comes, you go in again, you take another 100%, you take 200%, you go take it out, wait for it to pull back, you come in here, market goes deeper, your dollar cost average, you buy more, and wait for it to, this is the cycle. After the halving that happened, the bull run with some dips in between, then the bearish momentum, and then a little bit of bearish momentum. Then the halving happened again in 2020. Then the bull run happened again. Now we are at the point where another halving event is about to happen and another bull run this year. Don't miss out on this bull run. Go back to whoever invited you to this presentation, get their referral links, activate, and get started. Do not delay, get started. And remember to stay safe on the internet because it's a cyber, there are cyber criminals out there. Don't, click on things that you don't understand where they came from, be safe. So that is the presentation for today. That is the RoyalQ opportunity. There's another option for people who want to build the business. There is another option for people who want to share the story of RoyalQ. Come here on Wednesday and I'll do that presentation for you. There is a lot of money available if you decide to become a business partner spreading the RoyalQ information. And we'll get right into that in full details. Come in on Wednesday, we'll hold this session again. All right, so thank you very much for being here. But your decision is simple. Do you want to be eaten up by inflation, or do you want to conquer inflation? Do you want to conquer inflation with high-risk platforms that you will lose your money, or do you want to conquer inflation with very safe and stable RoyalQ technology where you never lose your money? All right, the question is yours. It's your decision. So what's the risk? What's the risk of being a part of RoyalQ? The risk is you. I buy you a brand new Land Cruiser Jeep. And if I give it to you and you don't know how to drive, you are the risk. You are the risk because you just need to learn how to drive and learn the size of the car and how to maneuver it. Most times when people buy and activate their RoyalQ accounts, they don't know that they have something as powerful as a Land Cruiser Jeep, something that can generate $100,000 for them, something that can generate $1 million for them. They don't understand it. They don't take the time to learn to, drive the bot. So please, I encourage you, after activation, do our 8 trainings on how to use this bot. They're very short trainings. Master them, watch them twice if you can, and start trading. The learning is in the doing. The more you trade, the more you master the bot. Don't be afraid of making mistakes. Just get started, because this is a technology we want the whole world to hear about. And we're going to change the story of people in Africa using this technology. Thank you very much for joining me for this presentation. I look forward to seeing you at another session.